All over the United States, homebrew clubs meet to make, drink, and talk about beer. This is the Crude Brew Crew Homebrew Club out of Torrance, California. Welcome to our meeting. All right, welcome to another episode of the Crude Brewer Crew. This is December, and tonight we're brewing
a Barleywine
by Head Brewer Jeff. If you remember, Jeff did our Oktoberfest last. I guess we brewed it in June and drank it in October.
Yeah, turned out good.
Yeah, it was really good. I had a lot of people who came back asking if we had any extra. Mm-hmm. And we also have a few beers on tap also, which we're going to be drinking. Last month's Columbus Day IPA is on tap. If you can see behind me, we've got
the Golden Tiger Pilsner. We got Gretal's a Bitter Bitch IPA still, right? That was from the last one.
Right.
And then the last one here.
Ornery Saison,
which is the super bubblegummy one right now.
Right, it's got bubblegum flavors. It's the one we used with the infuser episode a long time ago, and it's I made 20 gallons of it, so it's going to last forever.
Still working on that one.
Exactly. And as far as the club goes tonight, we're going to be nominating officers for next year. So that'll be interesting. I don't know if you guys will see that or not, but we're going to be doing it. And let's get to the brewing. All right, and we're with Jeff, the head brewer today, making a barley wine.
Yeah, gotta love the big stuff. And right now, if we have any kind of a problem, it's that the grain bill is too big for the water bill. So we're working on adding a little extra water here.
Yeah, our mash was a little bit thick, right?
Yeah, and you use Sparge Pal and recipes, and these are things that can happen. Atmospheric, temperature, I don't know. So we're going to try and see if we can doctor it up. You definitely want a thickness to the mash. You want to very concentrated, but if there isn't enough space between the grains, you're not going to get enough conversion. So, and we're still doing it 90 minutes, so it should be okay.
Right. So we're heating up a little extra water right now to make up for what seems like too thick of a mash. So it'll add a little time to our mashing, but that's all right. You know, we'll get on with it. But what's your grain bill like in this? And what kind of, talk about the recipe a little bit. What kind of alcohol, what kind of extra grains you put in here?
Okay, well, we're making a barley wine, and the name came from the fact that we're using barley and we're making something with the alcohol content of a wine. So it's about 10-12% in that range. It's a high end. You use a lot of pale. And then just a little bit of darkening and flavoring and specialty grains. The hops is mostly for bittering, and then of course there's English barley wine and American barley wine. The English will use noble hops, be a lower alcohol, whereas the Americans are much bigger, higher alcohol, stronger, even some more malt and a lot more bitterness.
And usually American hops also. I mean, American grown hops.
Yes, or the American style with the high alphas.
Hops. Exactly.
This one, I kind of tried to split the difference. We wanted something that we didn't have to do step mashing because we're using a cooler today. We want to try and make it simple. And the hops is going to be mostly at the beginning for bitterness, and then there's going to be some in the middle and just a tiny bit at the end. I saw a lot of recipes that had up to 8 ounces at the very end or even dry, and I can't imagine smelling hops over a barley wine. So that's where the compromises came in.
Yeah, and usually with a barley wine, they because it's high alcohol, bit larger malt bill, you age them a little longer, or you can age them a little longer than most other beers, and then you lose the hop flavors anyway, except for maybe the bitterness up front, but you'll even lose some of that too. But the entire beer will kind of mellow out, right?
That's entirely right, and that's why I said when I drink most barley wines, they are aged. I don't smell hops. I don't get much hop taste. There's a high alcohol taste, some malt, a little bitterness for balance. In this case, we're just trying to get what we can out of them.
Cool. What'd you say the alcohol is going to be?
That's actually, we're waiting for the calculator to I got to finish putting the rest of the grain bill in to use AutoCalc. According to the recipe, it's going to be 11%. With this grain bill, I don't see it. I've done enough batches that it's like, how can you get that out of there? And now, of course, we may have conversion issues with this. So this is the life of a home brewer.
Hey, well, we'll see how it comes out, and I guarantee this group will drink it.
Yeah, if it's 10% plus, we'll drink it.
Yeah, it'll all be gone in a few months. Anyway, so we'll each get back to brewing and walk around a little bit. We got some good beers to drink too tonight. So
yeah, there's plenty to choose from, and it's all good.
And we got some Tank 7 from Boulevard Brewing. So we'll be trying that too.
We'll be talking about that a little bit later.
All right.
You better run, boy. I ain't fooling. You better hide, boy. You better stealing. And I don't tolerate your kind no more. And I don't need you knocking at my door. You've been stealing and a cheat. You best go back and start retreat before I kill you dead.
All right, so let's see here. What are we drinking?
I'm drinking the berlinerweiss.
Berlinerweiss. How is it?
It's fantastic.
Good.
What are you drinking?
All right. I'm drinking actually a blend, Berlinerweiss and Columbus IPA, which I'm really liking actually.
You know what that's like? It's like the adult version of when you're a kid, you go to Burger King and you have a little bit of
That's
everything.
right, the suicide. That's
The
right.
suicide, right?
Yeah, so I'm doing like a little junior suicide, and it's pretty good.
I'm more of a purist.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
And what were we saying? We're saying we got a little more carbonation now than we did last time, right?
Yeah, so last month I think, I don't know what happened, but it was completely flat. And now we got, a good amount of carbonation. I've been holding on to this for, 2-3 minutes. We still, got
Still holding its head.
plenty
And
of
actually, I know Noel's off shop, but Noel might know. Is there any reason why we're more carbonated now than we were last session? Come on over here, Noel.
Yeah, I might have some insight into that. Since then, it's been in the refrigerator, hooked up to CO2, where before it was at room temperature carbonating. So it's probably absorbed more CO2.
And that was something that I think you and I had learned before was we had a beer, we carbonated, it was good right out the gate, and then it flattened out immediately.
Yeah.
And at a little research, we found out definitely carbonate cold so it'll retain the CO2.
Yep.
Otherwise, it all releases.
Exactly, if you can. Which I can only fit 3 in my refrigerator at a time, so I'm limited there. And this, I don't know. There's other ways, I'm sure, but
Okay, hey, I got another trick, a little CO2 trick here.
Oh, no.
Hold this. Okay. I learned. Okay, so remember the whole like flick the can thing?
Right.
For we're not drinking cans, but if we had a can, flick the top of the can. That's close. It's not quite right. What you're supposed to do is, as like a Mr. Wizard thing, flick the side of the can, get it off the walls, open it up. Just flick it, open it up. That's it. No explosion.
well, it's funny because we got a can in here.
All right, let's do it. Let's try.
You gotta shake it up
I,
first.
I will take the challenge. I will take the challenge.
Let's open something I don't like as
Avery's.
much.
No, I like Avery's. Come on, if I'm gonna get blown up.
All right, you're
I might as
right.
well like it, right?
You got Joe's?
All right, you gotta shake it up, right?
Yeah, let me see it.
No, I'm gonna shake
All right,
it.
you shake it. You shake it.
Dude. By the way, this is an Avery's Joe's Premium Pilsner we're trying. Oh, it's not even swishing anymore. It's
good.
all gas.
It's all right. Avery's my
Have
boy.
faith,
I
my
love
friend.
Avery's.
All
Point
right.
it towards your
One of my
face.
favorite breweries right here.
All right,
Avery
let me
American
put
Pilsner.
hold on, let me put the shower cap on the microphone.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get it all the way around. Pretty good.
Mr. Wizard, it worked.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's considering how much we shook it.
That's not bad at all.
That's pretty good.
What'd I tell you? See?
All right, the Mr. Jared science show.
The more you know, kids,
The more you
the more you know.
And I don't need no weasels at my door. And
right, thanks for watching another episode of the Crude Brew Crew. We are finished brewing right now. We finished a barley wine. We're looking at 1080 for original gravity, and we drank a lot of great beers here, and we'll be putting it in some buckets right now and calling it a night. So I could show you us all cleaning up, but that won't be very much fun. And till next time, keep drinking great beer. Rolling. Ask him about the cream. Ask him about the cream sauce.
All right. Back in the.
Please ask me about my cream sauce.
Bobby, tell us about your cream sauce.
Oh, dude, really? Let's go.
Really, dude?